Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the old heaven and the old earth had passed away, and the sea was no longer there. Also, I saw a holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared like a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. I heard a loud voice from the throne say, "See, God's Shekinah is with mankind, and he will live with them. They will be his people, and he himself, God with them, will be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will no longer be any death, and there will no longer be any mourning, crying, or pain, because the old order has passed away." Then the one sitting on the throne said, "Look, I am making everything new." Also he said, "Write, these words are true and trustworthy." And he said to me, "It is done. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end. To anyone who is thirsty, I myself will give water free of charge from the fountain of life. He who wins the victory will receive these things, and I will be his God, and he will be my son. But as for the cowardly, the untrustworthy, the vile, the murderers, the sexually immoral, those involved with the occult and with drugs, idol worshippers, and all liars, their destiny is in the lake burning with fire and sulfur, the second death." One of the seven angels having the seven bowls full of the seven last plagues approached me and said, "Come, I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb." He carried me off in the Spirit to the top of a great high mountain and showed me the holy city Jerusalem coming down out of heaven from God. It had the Shekinah of God, so that its brilliance was like that of a priceless jewel, like a crystal clear diamond. It had a great high wall with 12 gates. At the gates were 12 angels, and inscribed on the gates were the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. There were 3 gates to the east, 3 gates to the north, 3 gates to the south, 3 gates to the west. And the wall of the city was built on 12 foundation stones, and on these were the 12 names of the 12 emissaries of the Lamb. The angel speaking with me had a gold measuring rod with which to measure the city, its gates, and its wall. The city is laid out on a square. Its length equals to its width. With his rod he measured the city at 1,500 miles, with length, width, height the same. He measured its wall 216 feet by human standards of measurement. What the angel was using, the wall was made of diamond, the city of pure gold resembling pure glass. The foundations of the city were decorated with all kinds of precious stones. The first foundation stone was diamond, the second sapphire, the third chalcedony, the fourth emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the fifth, the sixth carnelian, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth topaz, the 10th chrysoprase, the 11th turquoise, and the 12th amethyst. The 12 gates were 12 pearls. Each gate made a single pearl. The city's main street was pure gold, transparent as glass. I saw no temple in the city, for Adonai, God of heaven's armies, is its temple, as is the Lamb. The city had no need for the sun or the moon to shine at all, because God's Shekinah gives its light, and its lamp is the Lamb. The nations will walk by its light, and the kings of the earth will bring their splendor into it. Its gates will never close. They stay open all day, because night did not exist there. The honor and splendor of the nations will be brought into it. Nothing impure may enter it, nor anyone who does shameful things or lies. The only one who may enter are those whose names are written in the Lamb's book of life. Next, the angel showed me the river of the water of life, sparkling like crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb. because the main street and the river was the tree of life, producing 12 kinds of fruit, different kind every month. And the leaves in the tree were for healing the nations. No longer will there be any curses. The throne of God and of the Lamb will be in the city, and his servants will worship him. They will see his face, and his name will be on their foreheads. Night will no longer exist, so they will need neither the light of a lamp nor the light of the sun, because Adonai, God, will shine upon them, and they will reign as kings forever and ever. Then he said to me, "These words are true and trustworthy. Adonai, God of spirits of the prophets, sent his angel to show his servants and things that must happen soon. Look, I am coming very soon. Blessed is the person who obeys the words of the prophecy written in this book." Then I, Yochanan, the one hearing and seeing these things, when I heard and saw them, I fell down to worship at the feet of the angel showing them to me. But he said to me, "Don't do that. I am only a fellow servant with you and your brothers, the prophets, and the people who obey the words in this book. Worship God." Then he said to me, Don't seal up the words of the prophecy in this book, because the time of their fulfillment is near. Whoever keeps acting wickedly, let him go on acting wickedly. Whoever is filthy, let him go on being made filthy. Also, whoever is righteous, let him go on doing what is righteous. And whoever is holy, let him go on to be made holy. Pay attention, said Yeshua. I am coming soon, and my rewards are with me to give to each person according to what he has done. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. How blessed are those who wash their robes, so that they have the right to eat from the tree of life and go through the gates into the city. Outside are homosexuals, those involved with the occult and with drugs, the sexually immoral, murderers, idol worshippers, and everyone who loves and practices falsehood. I, Yeshua, have sent my angel to give you this testimony for the messianic communities. I am the root and offspring of David, the bright morning star. The Spirit and the bride say, "Come." Let anyone who hears say, "Come." And let anyone who is thirsty, come. Let anyone who wishes take the water of life free of charge. I warn everyone hearing the words of the prophecy in the book that if anyone adds to them, God will add to him the plagues written in this book. And if anyone takes anything away from the words of this book of prophecy, God will take away his share in the tree of life and the holy city as described in this book. The one who is testifying to these things says, "Yes, I am coming soon. Amen. Come, Lord Yeshua." May the grace of the Lord Yeshua be with you all.